Hey guys, so today's video it's gonna be try to follow makeup. I'm gonna follow Anna Daniel's Valentine inspired makeup only with this beautiful palette, the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm gonna show you the makeup I'm gonna follow right here. I'm gonna show you in video what makeup I'm gonna follow.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
This is the makeup I'm gonna follow today. So, if you listen to talk, it's because I watched the video at some time I'm gonna do my makeup.
And I've always zoomed in, and sometimes you can't even see what I'm doing because it's very hard to angle it in the right position. So let's see how this goes zoomed out. So first I'm going in with my MAC Painterly paint pot.
I don't have this MAC cosmetic, but I'm gonna use the Tempera by Anastasia.
A slight half cut crease. I like to use my finger when I put on eye bases just because I feel like it warms up the product. I'm just going to take Tempera, which is quite a pale pink shade, and I'm just going to pop that over the base just to set everything.
I just used Tempera
The first shade I'm going to use is the burnt orange shade, and I'm just going to pop this all in my crease as my initial transition colour. With this colour, I don't want to go too high to begin with, just right where my natural crease is, and then we're going to go a little bit higher later on. And I'm also bringing that right into my inner corner, and if this bit looks messy, don't worry, because that's where we're going to clean it up with a bit more of the paint pot later on. And I'm just going in with a clean fluffy brush just to buff out any of the edges. I literally continuously do this throughout all of my eye looks. I'll always go back in with a clean brush. I'm then going to go in with the shade Love Letter, which is this pink shade here. This is the main colour of this whole entire look. I'm basically just going to go back in the exact same place where I put the burnt orange shade and start building up the pink. I keep the product quite low to begin with, especially when there is a lot more product on the brush, because you don't want to like go really high when you've just put product on the brush, because then it's going to be a lot harder to work with later on. I'm also doing a little giveaway at the end of this video.
I'm not doing
excited for that. If you follow me on Twitter, then you might have seen me like prep for this giveaway. I've kind of been working on like the best way to do it, just because I didn't really know, and I want it to like be quite successful in terms of how people can enter and that kind of thing. So I have finally come to the conclusion, and it's going to be at the end of this video, so stay tuned. I'm going to take a smaller brush. It's basically the same brush but a lot smaller, if you can tell just there. And this is a Morphe M514. I've been loving this brush as well. I'm going to go back in with Love Letter, the same pink shade, and I'm just going to build this up more on my outer corner, and this is when I'm going to bring it more onto the lid as well as in my crease. This small brush is so good for blending and just kind of getting into all those nooks and crannies, if you feel me. And as you can see here, I'm bringing it across my lid a little bit. Don't worry if you go too far across, because again, that's when the paint pot will come in use a little bit later on. And then we can clean that up. I'm going to take a little pencil brush and I'm going to go in with a little bit of red ochre, which is obviously a lot more of like a burgundy red shade. I'm going to pop this where I've popped the love letter on my outer corner, just to kind of give it a bit more of like a gradient feel, because we're then going to go in with a darker shade in a second and it will kind of make it all look a bit more of like a gradient. The small fluffy brush with a little bit of love letter, just kind of blend the two together. I'm going to take the pencil brush and go in with a little bit of Cypress Umber, which is the darkest shade in the palette. It's a really nice dark brown, and I'm just going to pop this straight on the furthest part of my outer corner. I'm just going to focus this a lot more on the lash line, just so we can really deepen that.
Sorry, I missed it.
Just kind of blend the two together.
Color.
I'm going to take the pencil brush and go in with a little bit of Cypress Umber, which is the darkest shade in the palette. It's a really nice dark brown, and I'm just going to pop this straight on the furthest part of my outer corner. I'm just going to focus this a lot more on the lash line, just so we can really deepen that bit up, because we're not doing a wing today. Sorry, I'm getting all up close with my mirror here, but this helps, trust me. I'm just going to go in again with a small fluffy brush and a little bit of love letter. I told you this is like the main deal of this look. And I'm just going to bring that really close to my lash line and run it all the way along. And then slightly connect it to the shadow that we winged out earlier. And what I'm going to do is take this really small flat brush. This is a Morphe M432, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of love letter and pop that straight on my lash line, like really close to the lashes. A bit of Cypress Umber, that dark brown shade. Again, just to give a little bit more definition. Just to buff that all out. I'm going to take my Painterly paint pot again with a small brush that just looks like this. This is really good for like carving out your crease and that kind of thing. This is a Morphe R43. I think they do a brush that's similar to this in just their normal line as well, but this is the Rose Gold Edition line. I'm just going to use the edge that the brush already has to kind of work that in and carve it out. I'm not really going to swipe, I'm just going to slowly pat and move along, if that makes sense, and I'm just going to try and make it as symmetrical as possible to this eye. Because I have quite small eyes, I like to go slightly above my natural crease when I'm doing this, just so you can see it a lot more when my eyes are open, otherwise it would just be invisible basically. I like to go on top with a little bit more of the tempera shade, which is like the matte creamy shade in the palette.
I just put tempera shade because I don't have or MAC
this is going to help to
that's
really
used
brighten
in the
up that
video.
area. Just to blend here, I'm going in with a little bit more of love letter, just to blend the two together, and I'm just really lightly going to dab where the Painterly already is, just to buff that across. And then I'm going in with just a tiny angled brush with, again, a little bit of love letter on it. It looks like all we've just used is love letter, but, you know, I told you it was simple. And I'm just going to go in where we've carved out the crease and just stamp this across, because this makes it a lot more defined again, and makes love letter stand out a little bit more. Okay, so for the glitter on the lid, I'm going to use this MAC Dazzle Shadow. This is called Last Dance, and it's a MAC Dazzle Shadow. This is a slightly newer product, and it's basically just like a pressed glitter shadow, which I think is just the most amazing invention, because I'm going to pop this over the top of where we carved out our crease. And this is with no Fix Plus or anything. Like, these Dazzle shadows are so pigmented, so pigmented. And then on top of the Dazzle shadow, I'm going to pop the MAC Loose Glitter in Reflex
I don't
Transparent
have a
Pink.
glitter,
This
so
is literally
I'm
one of my
gonna use
favourite glitters. This is just going to make
these
the lid
two
a lot more pink and
glitters
kind of
in
work
the
with the Love
shadow.
Letter colour a little bit more, in my
in the
opinion.
eyeshadow.
I'm also not going to use any glitter glue with this, just because it's like going to be more of a light dusting. So yeah, if you go on really, really lightly with this, you don't need to pop a glitter glue on first. But this is a lot more of like a brighter pink shade, so I really, really like this for kind of working it in with the Love Letter colour.
Oh, I'm
popping Vermeer down first, just so it
pink
stands
shade
out a little bit more. Because I do like a bright inner corner, if you
on
guys
my
didn't know
metal
already.
makeup.
I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Glam Eyes liquid eyeliner, and I'm just going to line my lash line, just really, really naturally, no wing or anything, just because we are using Lily lashes today, and they do have quite a big lash band.
I'm not using false eyelashes because I'm allergic
Okay, so
to
once you've lined your lash line, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of mascara.
eyelashes
This
glue.
is the MAC Hot and Naughty mascara. I normally just use the top wand, just because this is a bit more fluffy and doesn't pop too much product on my lashes. If anyone has a good mascara suggestion or any recommendations at all, please let me know, because I literally cannot
I'm
find
not
a
using
mascara
mascara
that
because
works
I'm
amazingly
also
for me.
allergic.
Like, none of them do what I want them to do. So if you know any good ones for shorter lashes, because my lashes are literally non-existent, then please let me know. For eyelashes today, I'm going in with the Lily lashes in the style J Makeup. As you can see, I have to trim them slightly, only like the tiniest little bit, but as I was saying before, I have tiny little eyes, but this is what the lash looks like untrimmed. And that is the finished eye look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial with the Anastasia Modern
So
Renaissance.
this is the end of this eye look. I really hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please go subscribe to her channel. She is an amazing makeup artist, but I think she did a video since 2 years ago. I'm not sure. So I really hope you enjoyed this eye look. Please subscribe, like, and comment down below what other thing you want to see on my channel. I'm gonna try to do it. Love you guys. See you on Thursday.